Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Grand Cat and today we are looking at the, I think they're listed as 2.5 inch scale, but they are closer to 3 inch scale if my calculations are correct. This is the Sonic 3 movie 3 inch scale, as I'm going to call them. Sonic, Shadow and Knuckles, these are all from Wave 1. There is a fourth one in Wave 1 which is Dr. Robotnik, but I haven't got that because he doesn't really fit to the scale. So today we're going to be looking at Sonic here. And I do have the figures from the second Sonic movie that are in the same scale and same line as this one. So one of the things you'll notice is that they are out in the open in the packaging. There isn't a sealed, closed bubble over them. So this is very new and unusual. I was quite surprised when they arrived and I was like, oh, is this the way that they look? So, because I'm so used to everything coming in a little, they're called blister packs, with a little plastic over the front of them. And here we go, there is Sonic himself. Now the back of it doesn't really give us an awful lot of information, other than just a little picture of Sonic. He has, I believe, 5 points of articulation, which is the head, of course, rotates. The arms are on a little rotational joint where they can go up, they can go side to side. There's no elbow joints, there's no wrist joints. Literally, what you see is what you get. And then the legs, they are also on rotational joints where they can move forward, they can move back into the sides. And there you go. There is our little Sonic figure. Now let's take a look at the figure from Sonic the Movie 2, and you can see that they're very similar, but just a little bit different. Now let's take a look at some of the differences here between the two of them. So our Movie 3 Sonic, he has a much kind of friendlier face, whereas the Sonic 2 one has a much more aggressive face with the smaller eyes. He's got a much larger smirk. You can see there's almost more detail on the Sonic 2 movie figure, on the stomach and chest, whereas the Sonic 3 movie figure is just a little bit more rounded and there isn't quite as much going on there. So this is a different figure. Of course you can see that the hands are different. I think the legs may be the same. They do have the same bend in the knee at the same point. So that's interesting and unusual. But there we go. Let's also compare them to the Sonic 2 Super Sonic. So the thing is, like, they are all in the same scale range, at least. So any of your little 2.5 inch / 3 inch Sonic figures from Sonic the Hedgehog 2 do absolutely work with your Sonic 3 figures. Now let's just do a quick 360 of our new little Sonic friend there. And you can get a full glimpse, a full look at him to see exactly what he looks like. And also I did mention that I didn't go after the Dr. Robotnik. And I'm going to show you a couple of Dr. Robotniks as well, now that we've done our little 360. Might be able to see them on the side of the camera. But there we are. If you can please stop that, there we go. And so this is what the small scale Dr. Robotnik looks like. And you can see that it doesn't really make sense because Sonic and Tails, Knuckles and Shadow, they aren't meant to be the same height as Dr. Robotnik. But from the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie, you can get a slightly taller Dr. Robotnik that is the 4 inch scale version, and I think this kind of goes pretty well for these 2 inch Sonic figures. I think Dr. Robotnik is still just a little bit taller than what he should be, but it does give a much better sense of scale with Sonic and such being like half the height of humans rather than being the exact same height as what humans are. And also, of course, Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotic here comes with a cup of coffee from the second movie. Of course, the Jim Carrey Dr. Robotic loves his cappuccinos. So there we are, folks. That is going to be it for this little video. Let me know what you guys think. You're going to get some of these new smaller inch figures, and what do you think of the Dr. Robotic scale with the figures? Would you like to get them all the same size, or do you think the Dr. Robotic should be a little bit taller than the other Sonic figures? But that's going to be it for this little video, folks. I really hope you all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share and subscribe, and if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out, and we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.